according to me, this whole thing that of the term itself of Hinduism, I think was a much later construct. It was only in the 1830s when the British first started using this term to mean anybody who was not a Muslim and a Christian and a Parsi and others in India. They were all Hindus, and they would be clubbed under this ism of Hinduism. And about 60 years later, in 1892, was when the Bengali scholar Chandranath Boshu, he first coined this word Hindutva in his book in Bengali about Hindutva and its history and so on. And ever since, I mean, if you look at it, this suffix of twa that is used for any word, it implies the state of being. So if you are a woman, nari and naritva, your state of being a femininity. Similarly, a man, purushatva. So similarly, the state of being,
the essence,
the state of being of that particular adjective is what Hindutva is. So to that extent, Hindutva and Hinduism should actually be synonymous to each other just by the word. What is in English Hinduism is in Indian languages which don't have the ism thing.
Correct.
You have it as Hindutva. And about the Hindu term itself, I mean, there's so much of, was it a religious term always? Was it not? How did the world see us? In those aspects, it was more of an ethno-geographical and a cultural term where people outside India were looking at this country and calling us as Hindus, irrespective of whichever faith that was being practiced in this part of the world. Anybody who was on the other side of the Indus River or the Sindhu Nadi were all Hindus. So right from, the Achaemenid empires, Darius the Great, the Persian king, whose inscriptions talk about this Hindu and so on, to even Hyun Sang's accounts, the Chinese Buddhist traveler who came in the 7th century, he talking about this land called Intu, and the people as Intus. All of these things talk about this part of the world, which is, and the Arabs called it Al-Hind. So, the word Hindu itself not necessarily all the time had religious connotations, because for us it was never there. We always called it Sanatan Dharma, right? Something that is, and Dharma there is also not religion, but a way of life, a way of morals and ethics, and the Raj Dharma, the Pitru Dharma, Putra Dharma. Similarly, a Sanatan Dharma, that is unending flow of water, flow of knowledge, which goes on and on, irrespective of who comes and goes. So that's how we viewed faith and belief, and that is one reason we can assimilate everything. So if you had one central book or one central leader or whatever, then anybody who did not come under that rubric would actually be the other and thrown out, whereas we didn't do that. And that's one reason, as we discussed, even the Buddha could be taken in as one of the pantheon of the Hindu gods, and Charvak could also be assimilated. So this is etymologically, if we look at Hindu, the word, or Hinduism and Hindutva being very similar, that's what it is.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.